What's up, Mister? What's up, YouTube? Mr. Shadno here, and I'm back with a video. And this is going to be basically like I would say this is like a video response to David, aka Yoda, story. Because in that video that he talked about that he ain't gonna let nobody touch his PlayStation 4 and everything like that. I commented in there saying I can relate to it, but this didn't happen during that this didn't happen over my PlayStation. This happened over my Xbox 360. Now I'm gonna tell so to everybody else, this is just me telling y'all a story. So all right, here it goes. Let me take y'all back to 2009. I'm about like I'm about like 21 years old. That's not the age I am right now. But so I'm like 21 years old. I'm in college, I'm doing my thing, and I have one of the popular shooting games out there. Which is one of the popular shooting games at the time being the best multiplayer game at the time being is none other than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I have that game. I still have this game to this very day. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. A lot of people say there's other Call of Duty games later on in time. Those games even out. Around that time, it's still Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3. Anyway, I have Modern Warfare 2. During that time, I had bought me some Microsoft points. I spent $20 buying me Microsoft points. And what those points I was going to do, I was going to buy I was going to buy the maps to that game. Okay, so on a Thursday, I was going to come home from school, buy the maps, play on them. But before I even play on it, I was gonna see what my friends was up to, see what they's planning on doing tomorrow, like later that day or tomorrow or throughout the weekend. All of a sudden, I get to the house. There's this little boy. Now, note this little boy is not family, but he's inside. At that time, I'm still staying at my mom's house. And what happened is that the fact that my brother was dating this girl, and my brother was being nice to watch his girlfriend's son. So that's who that little boy is inside my room. He's in my room. I know this is a PlayStation, just to pretend this is like a Xbox. He's in my room playing on my Xbox 360. First of all, you already messed up. You didn't ask. That's number one. And number two, you ain't supposed to be in somebody else's room playing on somebody else's game without even asking. So you already violated number one. And number two, I thought your parents taught you way better not to go in other people's rooms and touch people's stuff. Now, I asked this little boy, why is you on my Xbox 360? He said, your brother said I can get on it. Got a mouth. I'm like, okay. But did you know this is not his Xbox? Did you know that my brother who told you that you can come up here and play on somebody else's game system is not his? He said, I don't care what he said. Now I'm gonna need you to do is to get off my Xbox, hand over the controller, and hightail your stuff out my room. So in the process, this boy playing on my Xbox 360, and he playing this Castlevania game. I think it's called Harmony of Despair. Long story short, the game was called Castlevania HD. If you know what that game is, then you know what I'm talking about. This boy spent my Microsoft points buying that freaking game. I was so heated. I was so heated. I and I didn't. The messed up part about it, I didn't get my money back. This sucker was logged into my account and everything. And my brother told me he knows how to operate on the Xbox. That don't give you the right to allow this little boy to come into my room while I'm not there to play on my game system without asking me. My brother was like, ain't nobody got to ask you. Now, I want to throw something out there right now. I'm the youngest in my family. The oldest is my sister. I'm the youngest. The two in the middle are two older brothers of mine. The third oldest is the one I'm talking about. He said ain't nobody gotta ask me to play on my game system. And note this, I'm 21 years old. I'm not little no more. I'm not little no more. I'm not. This man tells me that. So you know what? I was furious. I didn't get to buy the maps. I asked him to give me my freaking money back. He was like, what? And he wanted like what? Give me $20 to buy me some more Microsoft points. I never got that $20. So since that is, I kicked this little boy out of my room. He didn't want to get up. I picked him up like you picking up a little brat and tossed him out my room. Now, if y'all said, Mr. Shadno, you wrong for picking up this little boy and tossing him out your room. I did. I'm like, I don't care how nice y'all talking about I need to be nice or I should not have done that. First of all, he's in my room. I don't know that time. My brother's room, which is the third child, the one before me, the third oldest. His room is the basement. My room's up there upstairs. Our parents' room is literally across the hall. My mom's room is literally across the hall from mine. He has no business being in there. I do not care what anybody thinks. You're not supposed to be in there touching my darn game system. So this happened again. So let's fly past. Besides, this was going to happen again because I know my brother because he's a bit of a hard headed. He think he can do whatever he want. He can allow somebody to be in my game system and without my consent and think I'm not gonna do nothing about it. Me letting you sparing your life or not sending to the hospital is the least I can do. Okay? I don't care if I hurt that little boy. He ain't supposed to be in there anyway. I don't care if anybody was like, I don't care how wrong I was. He wasn't supposed to be in there. That's the end of that story. He wasn't supposed to be in there, and he was in there. So let's fast forward after that Thursday. Now, I had no school on Friday. I had no school on Saturday or Sunday. Be back again on Monday. Before I leave to go to school, because I had to leave early, I took my Xbox, I unhooked it, and I had it somewhere inside the house. Where I had it inside the house at, somewhere where not only that I probably want to know where I put it at, but everybody else want to know where I put it at. And not only that, I took all my Xbox 360 controllers. I took all three of those, or two, or whatever, how many controllers I had. I took all of them and I brought them with me to school. Now, is that a risk? Yes. Did I care? No. I come back the same day on that Monday from school, and then my brother, which is the third oldest, my brother gets mad. He talk about why you had the Xbox, why you took the controls. First of all, I told you it's mine. Second of all, these my controls. And third of all, I don't care who you yelling at. You're not mom. You're not dead. I don't care you older than me. You're not mom. You're not dead. It's my game system. If they gonna want to play on it, they better ask me. I'm not here. I told them I'm not here. They not supposed to be in there. They're like, man, nobody gotta listen to you. I'm like, you know what? That's why I told my brother, see, that's why I got behind is not playing with me. That's number one. And number two, that's the reason why I don't let you see none of my stuff. And last but not least, that's why you the BITCH in the family. Because when you don't get your freaking way, you start bitching about it. Like, you talk about, I ain't no damn bitch. Well, then why you come to me confronting me while I had my own stuff? Sound like a bitch move to me. He got mad. He wanted to muff me. Before I even got to a chance to get into a fight with him, our oldest brother, which is the second oldest, he came up there and he stopped the fight. My mom was there. My mom's standing right behind me. And the oldest brother's standing between me and the third oldest. He said something out of line. I told her, you know what? Clear the hole. The second oldest got out the way. My mom's out behind me. I walked up to him, thought he thought I was for the spear him. I punched the third oldest right in his face, knocked him down, picked him up, elbowed him up. I knocked him from out of the hallway where the room's at, down the stairs. There were short stairs anyway, to the kitchen, and out the darn freaking out the freaking side door, and I followed him outside. He got through his 10, but I was just close to putting him in the hospital. I like everybody told me, let him go. I think he had enough. I told him if I let him go, he jumps at me. I'm not responsible for to do to him next. He got up. He tried. He was for the third oldest brother of mine. Tried his best, and look how that turned out. Look how that turned out. Now I want y'all to understand something. Now, unlike I want y'all to understand something. I'm not a muscular dude. Okay? I'm not a muscular person. I have a cousin who's like that, and I got many other people who's like Westcott. But don't let that fool you. Just because I'm not muscular, don't think I ain't got no darn strength. Okay? I have techniques that my own father did not teach me at all. And mainly, I just knew how to do certain stuff. I just want y'all to know. Okay? Mr. Shadno ain't playing these darn mind games. That's back then in 2009 when this happened. What's called? Because my brother should have known that if you don't ask, you get this treatment. Now I don't. Now, as for, I could have went to the little boy's mom to ask for my money back, but you know what? I ain't even care no more. I didn't even care. Now, why did I beat up my brother's behind? Because he got a mouth. He had a mouth. I ain't gonna say it again. He had a mouth. The little boy had a mouth. I'm not gonna lay hands on somebody else's child because first of all, that's not my job. Second of all, that's not my job. I'm not gonna deal with that, and that's all that it is. It is. Now that took place back in 2009. It took place all back in 2009, all over my Xbox 360. Ain't nobody else supposed to be touching it but me. Okay? If you want to play on my stuff, you better ask me. Now, as you see in my last video, I show y'all my setup. I have a nice laptop. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have a PS4 Pro. I had a lot. Okay? And I live with my wife in our own apartment, 2-bedroom apartment at this time now. Okay? If you're hanging out with me, you ain't gotta ask to play. I'm gonna play with you. That's it. 2009 means still there. If I was still living with my mom and people going my stuff without asking me, near thing. I just want to throw this out. This mouth of mine, however, when my mouth goes shut, these will start talking. These. Alright, that's the end of the story. If y'all want to see me, y'all want me to tell y'all another story, hit the comment section below. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and tonight I will be playing Marvel Avengers, the Black Panthers DLC. Alright, peace out.